we have Terra Eterna, which is a deck building game that has a few different modes of play, and players will be playing either cooperatively or semi-cooperatively as they play as different heroes with different stats and a different class, and the class of your hero is going to be determining the starting cards that you can choose from. Before a round starts, players are going to be drawing a few adventure cards, and then they're going to be choosing one that they want to tackle. This might have some special rules or cards that you're going to have to include in that specific round. And these different adventures are of varying difficulty, and they're going to be graded with a letter to indicate that. It's going to be up to the players to decide how much they want to push your luck, because of course those more difficult challenges will grant you more points. The main board is going to be set up with a city tile that's located on the bottom here, and that's where all the players are going to be starting. And then there's going to be a bunch of different tiles around the city, which are each going to have different types of terrain on them. And then 2 monster tokens are going to be put on each of those tiles that are matching the associated terrain. All the players then draw a hand of cards from their deck, with the different cards offering you either actions or bonuses, or even just different gear that you can play out in front of you. But players will then take turns going into those different tiles and fighting those monsters in order to liberate those tiles. You can liberate any tiles that are adjacent to you, and when you do that, you're going to be flipping the tile over, drawing a card for each of the monster tokens, and then drawing any additional monster cards for any other icons that might appear on the tile after you flipped it over. This is going to throw you immediately into a battle where you have to fight all of those monsters, and the monsters do attack first. Monsters are going to be attacking by rolling 2 different types of dice. There's going to be dice that they're going to be rolling in order to deal damage. And then there's going to be a single die that determines which character they're going to be attacking. Whatever player that is, they also get to roll dice in order to defend themselves. And if they're able to exceed the amount of damage that the enemy did, then they can actually deal damage back to that enemy. But after you've activated each of the monsters that are involved in the combat, each player is then going to get a turn to attack the monsters. You're going to be doing a roll to attack, just like the monsters did against you. And throughout the battle, you can also be taking advantage of your different items and cards in your hand in order to mitigate dice rolls or get additional actions or augment the actions that you were able to take. But after all the players have attacked, the battle always ends even if you didn't defeat all the monsters. Any undefeated monsters are going to have their health replenished back up to full, and then they're going to be joining the boss battle at the end of the round. After all the players have had a turn to move and liberate a tile, that's going to be triggering the end of the round where you're going to be fighting the final boss based on that chosen adventure. Depending on the outcome, you could gain some positive or negative effects that carry forward, and then the rounds are going to be continuing like this with the length determined by the mode of play, and you're going to be winning or losing based on your cumulative final points. If this one sounds interesting to you, you can check it out, and I will have it linked down below.